everybody, Malinka here with a new video. I hope you're having a cool summer because it's way too hot in Budapest. I don't know what else to do. I'm here today with one of my favorite series so far. I've been reading this summer Tudor Court series by Phillipa Gregory, and I have only 3 books. Wait, okay. I have 3 books. I read the first 2, so the order that the author recommends to read it is The Constant Princess, the other Boleyn girl, which I read and it's at the library, The Wise Women, the next one is The Boleyn Heritage, The Queen's Fool, and then there is The Virgin's Lover, and then the last one is the other Queen. I really enjoyed the books that I read so far. I read 2 of them, The Constant Princess and the other Boleyn girl. And the first reason why I enjoy these series is because they're not historical accurate. I know that this is a huge controversy. Not everybody, a lot of people are disliking this fact that the author Phillipa Gregory is not respecting the historical facts. But at the same time, this is what gives charms to these books. And also, the history is mainly about the men. But the books are mainly from the perspective of the feminine characters. So this is what I really enjoy. So first of all, I will speak today about the first 2 books. The Constant Princess. It is... Oh my god, there's a fly. The Constant... Oh my god. The Constant Princess, it is about the Catherine of Aragon. She is the daughter of a Spanish queen, and she is engaged at the age of 3 with the Prince Arthur, the son of Henry VII. This is the historical part. The actual story starts with this girl, Catarina or Catalina, how's it in Spanish? And she is walking around the country with her parents. Her parents are constantly fighting, and she is learning so many things, so many very tough things that other kids don't really get to see, and she learns step by step from her mother how to behave, how to act, and how to feel as a true princess, as a true queen. I really like this. I enjoy this, and I saw so much determination in this very small child. The next steps, I will just say just a few words about the story because of course I don't want to spoil it, but some pointers. She gets married to Arthur. They fall in love, of course. It's one of those lucky marriages where both husband and wife love each other. Unfortunately, Arthur dies shortly after the marriage, but at his death bed, Catherine promises that she will become the Queen of England, and she does tremendous sacrifices to have the role and have the title of Catherine of England. I don't want to disclose everything, but I thought that it's a really ambitious person, and she is called the Constant Princess just because she managed to hold her calm and her coolness and her I don't know, her intelligence, her character throughout her life, and her life was not easy. In the end, she becomes, of course, you know from history, she becomes the Queen of England, but the book ends really dramatic. After I read this, I read the last page, my first thought was, where can I get the next book in this series? I really need to get it. So I went at the library and I picked up the Boleyn girl, and it's basically a continuation. So Catherine becomes the first wife of Henry VIII. Henry VIII is very different from her first husband. He is He is a bit superficial, more arrogant, more not so much deep. So Catherine had to constantly play this role of a constant entertainer, a constant smiley face, lovable wife, and be on this constant level so that her husband would not change his idea or change his mind about her. It was really entertaining. The next, The Boleyn Girl, it shows a different side of the story. It starts at the latest years of Catherine. I don't have the book actually, but the cover is pretty similar to this one, or to this one. Yes, to this one. It also has a very pretty dress on the, very pretty thematic dress. So the other Boleyn girl focuses around the later years of Catherine, where she is already 40, she's not able to have a child, so Henry starts to look around for lovers, for new sources of getting an heir to leave the throne. So he starts to be manipulated, actually that's what happens, to be manipulated by the Boleyn family. The Boleyn family constitutes of an uncle, the two girls, and a brother. And the main actors are, of course, the two girls and the king. But behind these actions are actually the whole family. And it's amazing how they just get together and plan and force the two Boleyn girls to act according to their wishes and according to their plans. So basically, of course, one of them marries Henry VIII. This is a historical fact. It is Anne. She is supposedly to be the pretty one, but also Mary is the mistress of the king. So it's pretty much they both end up with Henry VIII. For me, it was surprising. Again, the book is not respecting the historical truth, so this way Anne is presented in a new light, much unfavorable to her, and Mary is presented more favorable. Historically, Mary is considered a prostitute. She is the king's mistress, and she is just satisfying him, well, as Anne is courting and is dating the king for 10 years, Jesus Christ, for 10 years before actually marrying him. So basically they describe step by step all this manipulation for years and years, and I have to say that it's impressive from both sides to read about Anne's effort and about Mary's effort. Mary's the king, and you can research it, it's in the history. She gets decapitated and accused of bad will and whatever ridiculous accusations they could find against her. Of course, a major part of the books is about the politics of that time, and it's really, really interesting to read how the laws were made, how Henry just divorced his first wife, Catherine of England, how he dissolved the Pope, how he just did whatever he wanted because he was the king. So basically, going back to the books, I really enjoyed the first two books. I'm continuing with the third, The Wise Woman. I will definitely finish it and post, hopefully, a shorter review and much simpler so that people would enjoy the reading and not have the spoilers. Thank you very much for the attention and have a nice reading. If you know another series such as this one, Tudor Court, let me know down below. I would be very interested to read some more historical fiction. Thank you very much and have a great, great, great summer. Bye!